Hi students, welcome to this video session on percents and proportions part 2. My name is Samuel Chukwuemeka as usual. Okay, in this part 2 session of the video, we shall solve word problems. We shall solve some applications of percents and proportions. Okay, let's start number 6 from where we stopped. It is recommended that you view percents and proportions part 1 prior to viewing this. Question 6. On 12 gallons of gas, a gas usually runs 156 miles. At that rate, how much gas will it need to travel 208 miles? For question 6, you probably don't want to convert it to percent. It's going to waste time. You can just look at it by proportion when we compare proportion. So you ask yourself in this kind of question, what two things are they talking about? What are the two main things they're talking about? They are talking about gallons of gas, gallons, and miles. So they're talking about gallons and miles. So you read the first sentence. On 12 gallons of gas, a car usually runs 156 miles. So what will I put under gallons? I put 12, and then under miles I write 156. Then it says at that rate. The main thing there is that it's at that rate. It still goes at that rate. So nothing has changed with the rate. How much gas will it need to travel 208 miles? So where do I put the 208? Where should I put it? I have to put it under miles. And then I don't know how many gallons of gas. So and what I don't know, I put X. Let it be X. So with this case, this is a good example of proportion. You just compare. Now this is 12 over X equal to 156 over 208. Or another way you can say this is, you can say that 12 over 156 is equal to X over 208. You can also write it this way. Or you can also compare it that X over 12 is equal to 208 over 156. Or another way you can write it is that X over 208 is equal to 12 over 156. Whichever way you apply, you will get the same answer. Okay, these are the 4 ways that we can write proportions. We choose whichever one. So let's use number 3. X over 12 equal to 208 over 156. So when we do cross product, we find that 156x, that is 156 times x is 156x, will give us 12 times 208. So x will be 12 times 208 divided by 156. And I want to make this video short, because it has a lot of explanations. But you cannot still do this by breaking it down and dividing. So when we divide it, we now get that X is 16 gallons. So we get that X is 16 gallons. That means to run 208 miles, it will need 16 gallons. Right? Okay. So let's go ahead and erase this to make some space here. Number 7. It says, a Walmart store sold 400 television sets in one day, among which 380 were high-definition television sets. What percent of the television sets were not high-definition television sets? So, first of all, how would you word this? How are you going to word this question? You know, we are back to percent here. So the question says, what percent of the television sets were not high definition television sets. But can you find this directly? I mean, it's better to find how many percent were. Okay, so because they gave us how many were high definition sets. So we see that we want to find the percent of 400, that is 380. Let's find how many percent were high definition sets first. Then if we can find how many of those television sets were high definition TVs, we can now find how many were not. Okay, that is one way you can do it. I will teach you another way you can do it. So you can first of all say, okay, that what percent of 400 is 380. That's one way you can do it first. Let's find how many percent were high definition sets. So what percent of 400 were high definition sets? That's what percent of 400 is 380. So the east here, the part is 380 over the off is 400 equal to x over 100. Right? So in this case, we have that 400x will give us 380 times 100. So our x is 380 times 100 all over 400. And that will give us 4 into 30 is 4 times 9 is 36, right? 9, 36, 20 is 5. So 95% were high definition television sets. So the percent that we are not high definition television sets will now be 100% minus 95%. Okay, so 95% were high def TVs. Okay, so that means that 5%, because 100% is the total minus 95% is 5%. We are not high def TVs, because the percent that are high def TVs plus the percent that are not high def TVs is equal to 100%. So if we find the percent that are high def TVs, we can find the percent that are not high def TVs by subtracting from 100. Okay, so the answer becomes 5%. That is the first way you can do it. Another way you can do it is, okay, 380 TVs we are high def TVs, high definition TVs. How many we are not? That means that 400 minus 380, which is 20. 20 TVs we are not high def. We are not high def TVs. So you now ask yourself, what percent of that 400 is 20? You now ask yourself, what percent of 400 is 20? To get the percent that we are not high def TVs. That is the second way you can do it. And this will be 20 over 400 equal to x over 100. So this implies that 400x is equal to 20 times 100. So x will be 20 times 100 all over 400. And then we have that is 5%. X is 5%. X will now be 5%. So these are the ways you can kind of do it. Okay? All right. Question 8. Question 8 says Bell earns $50 per week plus a 15% commission on his weekly sales. His sales figures were 4,000 last week. How much did he earn last week? So if you look at this, he earns $50 per week. So of course that is a fixed money he earns per week, $50, right? Then plus 15% commission on his weekly sales. Now his sales figures we have amounted to 4,000. So let's say now his fixed income is the $50, right? Now his variable income. You know what I mean by variable income when you do economics? Is an income that is not fixed, okay? It is based on his sales. Will be 15%. 15% of $4,000. So what is 15% of $4,000? Let us call it X. They're asking us to find the part. So is, which is X over of 4,000 is equal to 15 over 100. So 100X will be 15 times 4,000. So X will be 15 times 4,000 all over 100. 15 times 4 is what? 60. 600. So $600 was the variable income. So total income he made last week. Total income made last week and last week will be $50 plus $600. And that is $650. That gives you $650. Okay? That was the total income he made last week. The fixed income is $50 and the variable income, that's the income based on his weekly sales, is $600. So the total is $650. Okay, then the last question, he said if he made 800 the previous week, that is before last week, what were his sales for that week? So assuming his total income, assuming the total income, assume the total income was what? Was $800, right? Now, of course, they now ask the weekly sales, okay? So let's find his weekly sales, right? But the total income is $800, okay? Now the fixed income is what? Still $50, okay? Fixed income is still what? $50. So what is the variable income now? The variable income, so that we can now find the sales, is what? $800 minus $50. Because the fixed income plus variable income is the total income that he made. So 800 minus 50 is $750. So $750 was the variable income, right? We now want to find the sales that gave him this $750. So we now say, okay, 15% of what? Because of that sales, we don't know what sales. Of what is $750? Okay, because it is based on commission. 15% of what is $750. So let that weekly sales be X. Let the weekly sales be X. So 15% of X is what? Then is what? 750 over of X is what? 15%. So this means that 15X is equal to 750 times what? 100. So X will be 750 times 100 all over 15. 5 divided 15 is what? 3. 5 divided 25 is what? 1, 5, 15. So 3 divided 15 is 5. 3 divided 15 is what? 5. So X will be what? $500. $5,000. X will be $5,000 because this is 50 times 100. Yeah. If you do 750 times 100 divided by 15, it gives you 5,000. So his weekly sales will be 5,000. And how can you check this? How do you check this if you want to check this? If you want to check, let's see. If we do 15% of 5,000, 15% of 5,000, that is 15 over 100 times 5,000. That gives us 750. And then 750 plus this 50 fixed income gives 800. Thank you so much, students, for listening. I hope you do understand it. Thank you for listening, and you have a great